this is one of those places you want to just keep walking around. Like, I was a little bit tired and wanted a break, but I was like, you know, I just want to walk out on the beach one more time, walk around this town. Now, we did a big walk, especially for snow today, and she is worn out, so she's getting some rest. But I just was a little antsy, and the reason is this place is just beautiful on so many levels. You know, we got to see all the beaches, the rocks, have a totally awesome beach day yesterday. Then we had that amazing walk this morning, and we haven't even seen the town yet. And there's just a lot of really cool things here, so I just wanted to kind of see if the town matches the environment. So this is a big surf school right here, and as you come down, and this is kind of an entrance. It looks like there's a restaurant or a bar. All right, looks like there's some cabanas, parking for all the people who go to surf school, and then they walk right down the road there and they can go out practicing surfing. So that's one of these beaches. This is probably about a quarter of a mile down from where we were. This is right where they released the turtles. So just had a lot of conversations with a lot of Brazilian people. They are, I think, just some of the most friendly, most easy to meet people in the whole entire world. I've had a great time getting to know Brazil through the people right here. So many amazing people. And I'm picking up on a little Portuguese. Now, I'm not gonna brag because it's not good, but bom dia is good morning. Boa tarde is good afternoon. And so it's one of those things where you have to know what time it is to know if you're using the proper greeting or not. I usually get it wrong. But anyway, let's check out this town some more. And this is the place I wanted to get to you. This is the place I really wanted to show you guys. This is down by the river. And so not only does this city push up against this mountain, and you can see that big sheer wall there, but it also pushes up against a river. And this is a fairly large river that runs down through here and dumps out into the ocean, into the Atlantic Ocean. And when we were in Chile, we showed you some boat building, but this guy looks like he's carving some piece for a boat. Wow, incredible. Wow, awesome. ¿Es bien para video? ¿Para video es bien? Wow, look at that. What is your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, nice to meet you. My name's Curt. Wow, you do beautiful work.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Kingo.
Kingo?
Kingo. Vikings.
Ah, Vikings, yeah.
Yeah.
Ciao, man. Wow, that was cool. So Jonathan, and I didn't have a big conversation with him, but he was carving that for like a Viking style boat. So if you can see, there's some really nicely done up boats here, but that was clearly hand carving. And a lot of these boats, like the boats we saw in Chile, are made of wood. So I think a lot of these are either fishing boats or they're tour boats. And so during season, I'm sure this place is packed out, but I am having a good time. And you can see this right here is more of a fishing boat because they have all the big nets there. And they do a lot of mullet fishing here, which is something we do a lot of in Florida as well. Toucan, we haven't seen one yet. So no doubt This is for work over across the island. So I don't think there's a road over there. So you can either go over across bridges or by boats. And I think this is how they get material over there. Wow, look at that. Yeah, and they're doing work right over there. The receiving barge. Crazy. Cool, we have another boat being done. I think this is more of like a refurbished than a new boat. Looks like the front's on. So you can see these guys are in here. This is definitely more sort of modernized, if you will, than what we saw in Chile. So they are already using, this wood has already been milled, as you can see, to some degree. And they're using power saws and sanders, whereas the other ones were using mostly chainsaws, and they were using the chainsaws to rough cut the lumber as well. So that's what I mean by a little bit more modern, but still pretty cool to watch a boat being built, right? Look at that. Look. And as you get closer to town, look at these beautiful houses. And the water in this river is really super turquoise and clear too, so it's beautiful along here. So you can see the big buoys here, and then these have lead lines and cork lines. The cork go on top to float the top line, and then you'll see the leads. Hey guys, how you doing? You'll see the leads in the lead line, and that weights the bottom down, so that keeps the net stretched. Now some nets go top to bottom, which, let's say you're fishing in 30 foot of water, that'd be a 30-foot net. That's a pretty big net. These look like they're about 20 foot, but you can see the river dumps out right here into the ocean. And here's the sea turtles. There's the van over there where we spent beach day. And out here's this little lighthouse. So these nets, if you can see, down here is the big lead line, up there's the cork line. 60 feet is what I stepped off. So that will fish top to bottom in 60 foot of water. It is a chilly day. It sprinkled a lot this morning and last night. But it's just cloudy now, it's dry, there's no rain, but it is windy and chilly. I would guess it's probably in the low 50s. And we moved to another spot. Actually, that's the mountains I climbed a while ago, probably for you now, and came down into that town where snow was waiting on me, right there. But we went up to the north and had a good time, and now we're back down here looking for birds. We figure it's not great beach weather, but it is a good time to kind of get out maybe and look for some birds and edit some videos. So that's what we're gonna do here.
Is he still up there? We have come literally to the end of the road on the southeast side of this island for one purpose: to find the toucans. And guess what, guys? We found them. Now this afternoon, the skies started to clear, so we drove back down here to what I am going to call Bird Trail Camp. This cool little beach community down here, almost all residential, with a beautiful beach right on the other side of these trees, butts up right next to this little bridge that we will walk across in the morning. Walk up through those houses, up onto that mountain behind it, where we're supposed to be able to find some cool birds and some beautiful views.
I I've been down, I've been everywhere, but I'm alright now. I'm alright. I nearly drowned in my own despair, but I'm alright now. Yeah. Baby, you can turn the rain into gold. I couldn't stop, always messing around, but that has changed now. That has changed. I never thought I could settle down, but that has changed now. That has changed. Baby, you can turn the rain into gold. So this is what it means to fall in love. I like it. I used to think another wasted night, but not anymore. No, no. Baby, you can turn.
What do you think, G? You don't like that, do you, buddy? All right, guys, we found another little beach right here. And it just so happens there's a guy right out here in front of us on the beach practicing his juggling. What is your name?
Cristiano,
Cristiano, and where are you from?
I am from Brazil,
Brazil. What city?
Venâncio Aires, Rio Grande do Sul.
Rio Grande do Sul, guys. We were there. He's gonna show us some of his tricks. Cool. Thanks, man. Nice to meet you. I was watching this guy over here on the beach. He's got some good tricks here. Oh.
All right, we are headed towards a waterfall. It's supposed to be just beyond this cool little beachfront neighborhood. Who wouldn't want to live out here, guys? This place is going on our list of somewhere we could end up when our trip around the world is over. But we've been warned these trails are steep. And they're starting off that way. At least for me, they're super steep. So it'll be slow and steady. But we're hoping to see birds along the way. Let's go find this waterfall. All right, I'm taking a lot of breaks coming up this steep hill. Kurt's gonna walk up around the corner and see if there's any birds while I'm catching my breath.
Those calls right there are the bluebird, the azure bluebird, and the azure jay. And they are hard to get a lens on, I'll tell you that.
We have taken a wrong turn. I climbed all the way up this hill. We did get to see a really cool little neighborhood up here, but we found some locals that told us this was not the way to the waterfall. So we'll have to see what happens. See if we can find a sign that we missed somewhere. It started out really good signage. All right, okay. There's the sign we missed. Oh, there's another sign.
And behind us you can hear the grinding of the bamboo. But you guys followed us about a week ago when we first got here. I did a hike up through these mountains and they can get rugged. This is supposed to be a little easier trail, but we're gonna find out real quick. But as we get up here into this jungle, we're hunting a waterfall. So I would assume we'd follow this stream up.
Feels that way.
But it looks like we're gonna be climbing on some boulders, guys.
I decided that it was a little too steep and that I wasn't going to head all the way up to the top. Curt's headed up to see the waterfall.
So this is a pretty rugged trail up through here. And I talked to a guy last night. He said it was a pretty simple trail. So anyway, we have another trail we want to do. So we don't want to wear snow on this. So I'm going to go do what I do and scout this out. Take a quick peek. You needed your walking sticks on this trail for sure.
Yeah, so we had read that the trail was like a little sidewalk and wasn't bad other than being steep. But then at the last minute, I think we took a different trail. I did need walking sticks on this one. It's one of the reasons we called it quits on me going to the top. So Curt has run back to the van to get a hat to keep the sun off his head. We have decided we're going to try to do the original trail that should curve around this mountain out along the coast.
That's a steep climb up through there. Wow.
I don't think we're done. So we made it to the end of the neighborhood, and it looks like this is the trailhead for Trilha para o Sequinho. So if you take this thing the whole way, you'll make it to the other side of this mountain to a beach that you can only get to from this trail. But we won't be going that far. So this little concrete path is what I expected, which is why there's no walking sticks with us today. It's supposed to be like this all the way to the end. I would not have wanted to lug up those concrete bags. What a pretty trail. Coming down through Mexico for the butterfly migration. All through Central America, South America, we have seen all kinds of crazy butterflies. I have never seen one that was that color green and brown. His markings looked like the orange monarchs, but he was just as leaf green as could be. And what a cool little guy. He buzzed by me flying, and I was like, that guy's green! And then he landed so we could get a really good look at him. When you're on a trail like this, you got to keep your eyes open for the little surprises like that. I think right up here, I'm going to get to show y'all the view through these trees. On the other side of these trees is the ocean. We can hear the crashing waves, but the trees have been too thick until right now.
All right, I just gave Snow the good news. This is it. We're at the top. Now, there's a nice viewpoint here, I think.
Oh, good.
Maybe we'll take a break, have a drink.
Yeah, drink some trail mix.
But look at this big rock wall beside us. It's got banana trees growing out of it. Maybe that's what the toucan's like. Unfortunately, we have not spotted a toucan this morning. We have picked our spot to just hang out and enjoy this beautiful magical island of Floripa. Right down on the beach to the left, you can't see us, just out of sight is the van. And we have climbed all over those mountains over there in front of us. We've walked on the beaches, we've watched the waves and the surfers. We met so many amazing people from here in Florianopolis and from all over in Brazil. And I gotta tell you, Brazil is really kind of blowing my mind a little bit. I don't know what's going on here, guys, but if you look up here on this hill, Snow just caught a second gear. And she told me there might be a beach up around this corner. After a little break, I guess she decided she wanted to take a peek. One more last one. Each corner we turn, there seems to be at least another hill going up.
It's so pretty and I want to see the other side.
Snow wanted me to remind you that her heart's doing good and that she wears a heart monitor. Fitbit, if you will. And so she keeps an eye on her pulse and she doesn't let it get too high, but sometimes she'll push the limits a little bit just to get her heart stronger. She's come a long ways in 7 or 8 months.
I might not have made it to the top, but that was never the goal. I just wanted to get high enough to see the ocean, so I blew way past that goal on this super steep mountain. So giving myself a big thumbs up on a successful hike. Working on getting this ticker stronger. Now, it's all downhill from here, but it's steep.
Oh, dude, what's that?
So we found a little restaurant just a couple of 100 feet from the van. We're gonna go have some lunch before we start heading north. We are way down on the southern end of this island. It's time to start heading north. Thinking about leaving this beautiful place. It's gonna be hard to do. We might not do it yet. We haven't decided. But first up is lunch, where we hear the toucans come sometimes. So we ordered a platter and a couple of drinks from this nice little restaurant. And there's a little puppy. Curt has wandered off into the parking lot where the construction workers tell him the birds come quite a bit and they eat off the little red berries off these trees right here. So hopefully we can find some cool birds. There's supposed to be a cool multicolored tanager and possibly the toucans.
Show the ball. Look at this little typical meal. Little chicken, pasta, rice.
The crummies.
Farfalle they call it, I think. Beans, sausage, and a little salsa.
The menu of the day.
Menu del dia. They have these things down here in South Brazil, and we've had them in a few places. They're not very healthy, but they are delicious. But they're pastels, or pastels?
Yeah.
And anyway, a lot of times they'll have a banana stuffed in them, chocolate, leche, dulce leche. But these things are absolutely delicious, and you can get them in South Brazil.
Yeah, the ones we're eating here have bananas and chocolate, and they're tasty.
And one thing Brazil knows how to make is chocolate. So what is your name?
My name is Caio.
Caio?
Barba.
Barba. And you're a pescadero? A fisherman? Pescador. Let me see your hand. I see you catch mullet with the net, and then you're a photographer too.
Yeah, também. Fotógrafo.
Nice to meet you. Your country's beautiful. Thank you for your hospitality.
Valeu, abraço.
Cheers, ciao. We are back at the beach, and I gotta be honest with you, we absolutely love this beach. We were here for a couple more days, but we turned the cameras off and just had some nice beach days. Today the sun came out and it was amazing, and the beach was more crowded than it's ever been. You'll just have to take our word for it. But we thought this place was so special, and I thought we're gonna leave here, and even though we didn't video, I better come out and show you one last time this amazing beach here. Our snow calls it Party Beach, and you can see the lighthouse out there, the drink truck, all the food umbrellas are already put up. It's starting to get cool. The sun's going down. There's still quite a few people here, but we had a good time just chilling. We were able to squeak in here a couple days ago, first thing in the morning, and get this front row parking again, which at a place like this puts us right in the middle of the action. Now, it's not all positive. Like last night, which was Saturday night, until the wee hours, they were jamming the music and they were truly partying, so we had that going on. But we're definitely not complaining, because this gave us an opportunity to just really hang out and enjoy the beach culture. And even though it's winter time here, we've been able to enjoy it, yeah, and have nice weather and a good day. So anyway, we're gonna jump in the van and head out. We're gonna go to our favorite camp spot here, load up with water, do all that stuff. We can dump our gray tank there, and then we are headed to a place where we think we're going to be able to get this, guys. We think we are going to be able to get a new spare rim.
Good morning. I am very proud of me and Curt. We actually left the island of Florianopolis this morning, like we said we would, like we promised we would. It was hard. We love that place.
It is not as easy as it sounds.
No.
That place was nice.
But we got on the road. We are driving north on a highway called the B101. It runs kind of parallel with the coast, the east coast of Brazil. So off in the distance we can see the water and the ocean. We've gone through a few large-sized cities. We're in one now called Itapema, and we're probably got about 2 hours left till we get to Joinesville. What's exciting about Joinesville, Curt?
Well, I think I told you guys we have an opportunity to get our spare tire, or as they call it in Portuguese, a step.
All right, we have arrived. It's right there, Copa Vans.
On the left.
Oh, we're gonna pull right over here and then back up. I think that's the plan. All right, y'all cross your fingers. Curt's got to go in and do some negotiating. We'll see how it goes.
All right, we are here at Copa Vans, and you can see they have taken in a bunch of vans that have been wrecked and demolished in parts. They do have a rim. We just need to confirm that it will fit our van, and then we're good to go. There it is right there. Look at that. Wow. All right, so these guys brought me over to the tire shop, and they're putting a new tire on, or well, actually one of the old tires that we saved. They're putting it on the rim right now. So these guys are hooking me up. Shows you baller.
Show the
All right, look at her putting the tire right on. You can see these tires, guys. They have taken a beating. Well, that is a much bigger relief than you guys know. We've been riding around all over South America
With no spare tire. But we got one now. And it looks so pretty on our new little tire rack on the back doors.
And we got two locks. We got a like a bicycle chain lock or whatever,
And a padlock.
and a padlock, and so
Nobody's
it's
stealing that thing now.
Well, never say never. But
How much was the rim?
The rim was 500 reales, which is about $100, and the padlocks. Oh, and to put the tire on was 20 reales,
$5.
and I gave a $5 or 5 real tip, so $5. And then the padlocks were $5, so $110.
$110, and we're back in
I
business.
thought that repair was going to be more like $400 or $500. I thought we were going to have to get a rim shipped in. We're happy and loving Brazil.
Yes. This is where we're going to wind this video down.
Hey, thanks guys for helping me out too. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience here in Joinesville. Everybody in Brazil has been super kind. We'll see you guys in a few days. Cheers. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys.